wear a balloon hat.
I don't think so.
And my top tip for market is, when you're taking photographs at market, it's really easy to lose sight of where you took that photograph. So what we tell our designers to do is take a picture first of the sign as you're entering the showroom. That way, all the pictures after that sign came out of that showroom. Then when you go to the next showroom, you take this picture of that sign, you know that that stops. So you can go back and refer to that very quickly and know exactly where to find that perfect item that you saw in the showroom.
My top tip for market is bring a friend, bring another designer. There's nothing like seeing something amazing and not having anyone to share it with. So if you bring another designer, they can be like, oh, that's amazing, or no, I don't like that too much. It just makes market way more enjoyable if you can bring somebody with you.
My tip for market is to create a binder to keep all of your information in. I have my itinerary, I have all of my events, and then I also have everything categorized by how I'm going to use it. So living room, lighting, accessories, and then as I meet people, I go ahead and put them in my binder. I have all the information that I need, and I know when I met them and what I like about their product. And that is my tip for market.
And my tip for market would be that you need to bring several pairs of shoes because your feet will hurt and they will be screaming. So bring a couple pairs that you can change into throughout the day to make you comfortable so that you can actually enjoy yourself.
And my tip for market is not to be intimidated when you go into the showrooms and speak to the reps, give them your information, get information from them. They work for you and they are happy to talk to you and give you any information that you need, so don't be intimidated.
My top tip for market would be to have a plan. Think of places you really want to go to that you don't want to miss out on, because once you get there, you'll get distracted. Think about where you want to go and save your feet from walking all over the place. Do as much as you can in one building at a time and then go to the next building.
So my piece of advice would be plan out some days, have some days that are scheduled, but have some days that are completely unscheduled where you can wander and find new product and meet new people and see things that you haven't seen before.
And the one tip that I would like to share with any designers who have not been to a market is that when you first enter a showroom, it's really important to ask the question before you waste time. Number one, if they're designer friendly, but number two, you want clarification for that, because I've learned the hard way that someone may tell you that they are designer friendly, but if they don't give you a specific opening order or a reorder amount, that it may be way over what you're planning to spend.
So, you know how it can just be overwhelming at the market, and there's so many things to look for and so many things to choose from, and it's just amazing. So what I do is I take pictures of the items that really stand out to me, the ones that I know that I want to purchase at each place. And then I go back through my phone after market and pick out the ones that really stand out to me, and then I purchase from that wholesaler. So that's your tip of the day. All right.
And my tip for market would be look for consistencies of what you're seeing in each showroom to be able to pull all those things together and find out what is going to be trending up in the new season. For example, I'm seeing lots of black and gold paired together in numerous showrooms, so I can already tell that is going to be a great fashion trend that's coming up soon.
My top tip for market is to bring a roller bag with all the materials you collect from showroom to showroom. A regular shoulder bag gets heavy, weighs you down. roller bag, you can shove all your stuff in there and carry it around with you, roll it around behind you, and not have to worry about breaking your back.
We're here to tell you what our favorite inside topic is of market. Kiki, what's yours?
Well, drink a lot of wine and refresh with some water and champagne.
If you have a client coming to market, make sure to make an itinerary and prep with your reps ahead of time and make appointments so they know exactly what you're looking for when you do show up with those special clients.
Hi, I'm Alice Lopez with The True House, and I want to share my top tip for market. So if you actually hop onto the Las Vegas market website, you can access the vendor directory. Under the vendor directory, you're able to sort and filter your vendors. So what I like to do is filter my vendors based on designer-friendly vendors. And then you can also filter based on your budget, whether that's promotional, moderate, whatever you're looking for. And then now you've got vendors that are going to tailor their programs to designers. Once I have those vendors, then I go through and I sort them based on the building, whether it's A, B, or C, 1, 2, or 3, so that I can stay in building A on day 1 and access all those vendors. When I pop into each vendor, I use an app called Wunderlist, which allows me to create a folder specific to that vendor that gives me a section for notes and also for photographs. So I'm able to record the opening order, whether they drop ship, whatever kind of details that are gonna help me move forward with that vendor in the future. And then I can access their photos so I can remember that fabulous chair or that accessory that I want to use in a future design.
Hey there, and my top tip for market is to make sure you put your out of office on either the day before you go and leave it off until the day after you come back. And the reason for that is when I got back from market, I was like a zombie. Like I was in my office the next day and I just felt like, oh my gosh, I really, I don't think I'm right on the ball here. So if you can give yourself that extra little bit of time, put your out of office on, and that way it gives you a bit of a chance to catch up, catch your breath, and then get yourself organized for getting back into your working week. And the other thing is email your clients and let them know that you're going to market. So I have an email list that I do every month, and I encourage you to have one for sure for any past, current clients that you have. And I just let them know, hey, this is what I'm up to. I'm heading off to Las Vegas for the furniture show. I'm going to be spotting all the latest trends. Follow me along on Facebook if you want, and I add a link there. But just letting them know too, within the next newsletter, I'm going to be bringing you, all the latest and what's happening in interior design. And then they know that they're working with an interior designer who's got their pulse, their finger on the pulse, of what's going on. And, it elevates you that little bit to let people know that, hey, she's going to see everything new, and I want to see what he or she is seeing at market. So those are my top tips for market. Thank you so much to everybody who participated in this. It was really exciting and so many great tips. And just while we're on the topic of market, it was an incredible experience. It was my first one. I'd never been to one. And it was so much fun. Not just seeing, the new product lines and getting face-to-face with reps, and but also the networking, like the meeting of the other designers, especially within my group, and that I know on Facebook and online and through Instagram, and to actually be able to meet people face-to-face. I can't tell you, how rewarding that was, and I explained it. I kind of used the word epic in one of my posts in the group. So if you haven't been to market, I highly recommend it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Claire Jefford, and I would love to see you here. I make weekly videos. I'm an interior design business strategist, and I offer a no-nonsense approach to making sure you have a successful interior design business. So all the best, and I will see you here next week.
Hello, I am
Even my bag is done.